All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to easily open a flip chart that's been created in Active Inspire in Classflow. The one thing I wanted to remind you is when you are at classflow.com, which you can just Google that or just type in classflow.com, this is the login page. I do not necessarily want you to create an account. You could. Instead, I think it's easier to log in with your Google account. So notice I'm currently logged in a different tab in my Google account, my school Google account. If I click on login and if I choose login as a teacher, then notice if you scroll down, you'll have a button here for logging in with Google. So if I click on that, then it is going to bring up a pop-up window. Now, if this doesn't happen for you, you need to enable pop-up windows for Classflow. So that might be one issue you might have. So at this point, if there's an issue, it's about enabling pop-up windows for Classflow. I'm going to choose my Google account. And that is how I'm going to get into my account. So in the upper right-hand corner, I see my initials. That tells me that I'm logged in. And to get going, to open a lesson or a flip chart in Classflow, which is then called a lesson, you click on My Resources, because that brings you to a system of folders here. And you can see that I've already created a bunch of folders. So in this case, I want to, let's just say I'm going to bring it into My Resources, not into one of my folders. The way that you would open your flip chart is you click on the New button. This is really important. You do not want to go to File, Upload. What you want to go to is Convert. So a lot of people will just hit File, Upload. That's not the case. You hit Convert, which will bring more options. And then so you hit New, Convert, and you're going to choose Flip Chart. And then it's going to prompt you to find that flip chart on your computer. Now I've put mine on the desktop. So you're going to notice that right here, I have a file here that ends in .flipchart. It could end in FLP if it's an old one from an old version of Active Inspire. I'm going to choose it. I'm going to click open. And then I'm going to clear that out. Over here, you're going to see that the computer is working. Now this takes anywhere from like 30 seconds to a couple minutes the first time you open one. We're going to wait. Okay, so you got to be a little bit patient while you're waiting. This one took about a minute and a half. It's also going to depend on the speed of your internet, and I'm at a cabin right now, so that might be a little bit sluggish. But what eventually happens is that you're going to see it appear in this column. So I'm going to close this little prompt right here, and I'm going to click on that. And now you would be able to see a preview of that lesson by cycling through it down here. But if you want to go in and begin to look at it and manipulate it a little bit or see what features work, you can click on Edit Lesson. And then that's going to edit in what's called the Lesson Builder. And so your pages are on the left side, card notes on the bottom. So once I'm in here, you have a select tool. So I could move. I'm going to turn off the red thing here in my video recorder. There we go. It's a little hard in the video recording software to do what I want to do here. But so you have a text box here. So you can start to look through your cards just to see if they look the same and if you might need to rethink some of the features. So, because there might be some things that don't work. So here's a good example. My guess is that this is a hyperlink that goes to a movie. So if you want to see, does that actually work? You could hit on the preview button. That's going to give you an idea of what this looks like or how it'll work if you're delivering the lesson. So if I click on that, that did open You're not gonna be able to see it in the video, but it did open a new tab that went to Brain Pop. So that was my way of testing to see if that actually worked. So if you want to get back to see other cards, you go up here and click exit, and then you're back to where you can kind of look at your cards. Here's another good one. So you can see that these, I don't know if these got moved off in the transfer process, but obviously there's some fixing you need to do. So I would just take these things and I would move them back on here. And I'm not sure if those are boxes that when you click on them, they're supposed to disappear or not, because I didn't make this flip chart. Um, but if you wanted to find out if that works, and again, I'm not sure if that was the intent, you click on preview. It's going to open that page and then you can click on it. And I don't think those are hiding buttons. So those might be buttons that just a teacher would move away or write on top of or something like that. Now, could you make them boxes that would disappear? You absolutely could. And that's going to be in a later video. So that's it. And it's how you convert a flip chart to a lesson in Classflow.